Good evening, colleagues, friends, industry partners. Welcome to QUT's inaugural event on the trust experience, and tonight we're looking at the Benevolent Enterprise. First of all, I'd like to begin with an acknowledgement of country, and we're going to play a video for you with our elder, Uncle Chegg.
Bulga be Bulga, welcome in the language of the Yagara people. We acknowledge the Turrbal and Yagara peoples as the First Nation owners of the lands of where QUT now stands. For thousands of years, the Turrbal and Yagara people have gathered along the banks of Maywa, the Brisbane River, to share their knowledge and stories. We pay our respects to their elders, laws, customs, and creation spirits. We recognise that these lands where QUT now stands have always been places of teaching, researching, and learning. We acknowledge the important role Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people play within our QUT community. From Moreton Bay, inland as far as the Great Dividing Range near Warwick and Toowoomba, as far north as the Caboolture River, including the lands around Brisbane City, Meanjin. Yura yura yinala, balka bi balka, nganguru nguru maramakoro nganya birali, nganya bayam. Welcome to the traditional country of the Turrbal and Yagara people.
Thank you, Uncle Chegg. I'd like to also acknowledge and welcome any Indigenous Australians in the room this evening and pay my respects to elders and laws, customs and creation spirits. My name's Amanda Goodmanson. I'm the Executive Dean for the Faculty of Business and Law, and it is my very great pleasure to welcome you all here this evening. I have a number of warm welcomes that I would like to extend to some partners, so please excuse me while I go through my list. It's a very distinguished list. So first of all, I'd like to welcome our guest speakers, Mr. Reg Johnson, who is the Cisco Director of Strategic Initiatives and Education, MJ Bellotti from RACQ, and also Mr. Brian Townsend from Super Retail Group. Thank you for being here this evening. We're absolutely fascinated to hear what our panellists have got to say a little later on. I'd also like to welcome our co-host, Mr. Terry Webber from Cisco, who is the I've jumped down there. Regional Manager for Queensland, Northern Territory and PNG. I was giving you a promotion all of a sudden, Terry. There we go. See, come to the evening, get a promotion. That's the way we do it. And so, of course, we've also, with thanks to Reg Johnson, have our partners here from Cisco with our National Industry Innovation Network, which was what I was jumping down to with Terry there. And people have travelled from Melbourne, Perth, Sydney and Canberra to join us here this evening. So thank you for coming along. I'd also like to welcome QUT Centre for Future Enterprise Industry Partners, RACQ Group CEO, Mr. David Carter, Opera Queensland's CEO and Artistic Director, Mr. Patrick Nolan, Opera Queensland Board Member, Ms. Judy Mather, Tennis Queensland's CEO, Anthony White, Motor Accident Insurance Commission, Mr. Neil Singleton. We've also got members here from Brisbane's Trust Alliance. We have our brand new head of the QUT Graduate School of Business, Professor Sarah Kelly. We also obviously have our Director of Future Enterprise, Professor Michael Roseman, who will be speaking with us very shortly. And our new Chair for Cisco in Trusted Retail, Dr. Nadine Austin. So thank you, panellists, and our distinguished guests. Welcome everybody to this evening. Of course, for QUT being the University for the Real World, it's really critical for us that we have these opportunities where we bring our colleagues, our students, and our industry partners together for an exercise in thought leadership, so that we can begin to see where we're moving the direction of industry and our businesses. And of course, tonight we're focused on the benevolent enterprise. So really interesting discussion that we're going to undertake in a very short while. But of course, our opportunities to partner with industry do help us to really extend the innovation that we're creating here at the university. And it wouldn't be possible without having the connections that we have with industry and people like yourselves giving up your time to come along to a Wednesday evening event and to be part of that conversation and inspired by the speakers that we have for you this evening. So tonight is all about connecting and sharing. You'll hear some of the latest research on trust management and thinking about how that works with the benevolent enterprise. This evening also marks a bit of a milestone for the Cisco partnership as we publicly introduce you to Nadine as our new chair for the trusted retail activity within CFE, our Centre for Future Enterprise. So we're thrilled to have Nadine here, who's joined us from Bern University in Switzerland. So Nadine's experience is in AI, blockchain and trust, and so offers an exciting new dimension to our research activities here and our partnerships with Cisco.